You teach intellectual property law.
I teach art and entertainment law at Albany Law School.
Including, though, I would say that would encompass, obviously, one of the hottest areas of the law today.
Most of it is intellectual property law. Sure.
That's what's tied up in this Napster ruling. I was surprised, actually. It seems that you support Napster in this, besides the fact that you might be thrilled someone wants to download, I want to be a lifeguard. Why would you support an organization's ability to snatch someone else's creative work and put it out without paying for it?
That's a great question. In the spring, I gave a talk at a symposium at the law school, and they asked me to address digital music. And at that time, I knew about the MP3 phenomenon. Napster was brand new, and I was unsure. I liked the vitality and the freedom of it, but I really wasn't sure as a musician and as a lawyer what I thought about it. So I read everything I could. I read all these scholarly journals, and I read the things by the internet theorists like John Perry Barlow and Lawrence Lessig.
So tell us in English what you thought.
Well, I had an epiphany because you know, Barlow says that information is more valuable the more of it is out there rather than, you know, the usual supply and demand curve. And so I downloaded Napster to see what it was all about. And then I did what anybody who's ever made a record does when he downloads Napster. I typed in the word Blotto and pushed search. And I said, let's see if these, you know, heathen are out there stealing, reaching into my pocket, taking my money. Let's see who's ripping me off. And I had an epiphany. I'm going, how am I going to feel if nobody is trading Blotto? That would be horrible. I'd feel just like a lonely, you know, I'd just be a nobody.
But information is one thing. Copyrighted material is something else. And someone's creative product to be sharing that. Yeah, I remember the days when I finally learned how to make a copy of my tape, my cassette for somebody else. But to do it one friend to another is one thing. To have 14,000 songs downloaded a minute, 70 million users in the next 6 months, you're talking about completely wiping out the notion of copyrighted music.
I'm not sure that you are. You might be, but I'm not sure there's any way around it. I think the cat's out of the bag in terms of digital transfer. I mean, the Napster decision, if it holds, and it may not, it's kind of like in the monster movies where they blow a monster away with a bazooka, and instead of the monster dying,
there are 5 million of them.
5 million other little monsters scurry off to the hills and continue their monster-like behavior, and that's exactly what we're going to see. Somebody could just take the Napster servers and take them offshore where they're out of the reach of the U.S. courts and just start right up again.
Now, Napster, if you're watching, Paul is recommending. But the thing that I was, shall we say, amused about was to read the various lawsuits Napster initiated or letters of objection when anybody violates their copyrights or their software. I mean, some group, a grunge group called, what was it, Offspring, puts the Napster logo on a T-shirt. Boy, they're saying that's our copyright. You're violating.
Well, say that's our trademark. Well,
same thing with their software.
One problem with Napster is they haven't figured out how to make money yet. I mean, it's a killer app for trading music, but the company doesn't have a revenue stream yet. And so one thing they want to protect is their, you know, is their trademark.
But wouldn't you make the same argument for a guy who writes a song? I mean, you're saying, wait, I don't have a big revenue stream. It's just my own work product that's out there. Don't be stealing this without paying me, whether it's the record company or the, you know, whoever owns the copyright material.
That may come as the software and as the broadband gets bigger, but right now, Napster, and I think studies have proved, Napster really accelerates legitimate record sales. People listen to things that they download on Napster. It gets them interested in it.
But that's not really the way you should make a legal decision, right?
As a legal decision, maybe not. As a marketing decision, absolutely.
Okay, one final question. Do you still rock?
Yeah, I still rock.
You still rock and roll?
We're on our way back.
Baby boomer generation is not dead yet.
We'll show those kids something.
All right, Paul Rapp, thanks very much. The group is Blotto. Check it out. Now, coming up next, your letters on O.J. and Mark Furman.